Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is prevent, promote, protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
The following sports broadcast is a special presentation of Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school basketball. Today's high school basketball broadcast is being brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, the Palace Lounge.
And now, let's go courtside and join our Talk Radio WRNR broadcast team with today's pregame show.
Good evening from the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we start Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference play. Jefferson Cougars, number 2 in the state, according to the Week 3 coaches poll. Martinsburg, number 6 in that top 10. Do battle tonight for the first time this year. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Our cameraman is John Alderton. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. Countdown to tip-off brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road and online at parsonsford.com. They became number 1 by making you number 1 first. Parsons. Dylan will start off on the Jefferson side of things, a team that's been the best of the best in the Eastern Panhandle the past 2 years, dominating this rivalry between Jefferson and Martinsburg the past 2 years as well, as they're on a 4-game win streak against the Bulldogs, and this year a perfect start so far, 9-0.
Yeah, so far so good through the non-conference play. We'll see how tonight goes, and it'll be an interesting version of this matchup because we already knew that coming into this one that Jamari Jenkins, the leading scorer for the Cougars, was potentially going to be out after being injured over the weekend, and come to find out that not only is he not going to play tonight, but Kylan Johnson, the third leading scorer, 2 out of the 3 Cougars who averaged double-digit points so far this year, will not be playing tonight. So there's probably going to be a lot on the shoulders of Jaden Gladney to pick up the scoring, but also from the rest of the crew, Wyatt Shively, Quentin Goins, TJ Vickers, whoever it might be. There's going to be some guys that have to step up into bigger roles for Jefferson tonight, and they usually have a lot of depth. We see it all the time. It's why they stay consistently good. So they should have the capability of being able to pick up the slack, but we'll see if missing those 2 is enough for Martinsburg, who seems like they've improved over last year, can make this a very competitive game or get themselves a bit of an upset.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how these two teams match up, knowing that both Johnson and Jenkins will be out on the Jefferson side of things. But they still do have the experience in the upperclassmen, and as you said, the depth as well that Martinsburg does not. Martinsburg led by a freshman, Josiah King, who we got to see last week in the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. He did really well as Martinsburg went 1-1 in that Classic, a win on day 1 against North Hagerstown, and then a 3-point loss to Lindsley High School out of Wheeling, a very good private school team that is able to recruit and get people from all over the world. Team that a lot of people would probably argue is one of the best, if not the best, in the state. And Martinsburg only lost by 3 to them, so it'll be interesting to see how they fare in a very tough Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference, because every team so far has been off to a fantastic start.
Right, we saw Washington have a lot of trouble with Lindsley on the first day of the Skip Fowler, and then Martinsburg came out the next night and was incredibly competitive. I think that, Lindsley was still the better team, but you saw that it was down to the wire. It was close pretty much for all four quarters. So it gives you, optimism for Martinsburg this year, coming in and adding Keyshawn Cheek into the mix, seeing Anthony Owuna come in and step up into more minutes, more touches, more shots, and he's looked pretty good so far. And on both sides of the ball, he's a big defensive presence for the Bulldogs as well. But it's really going to be on the guards overall for Martinsburg. Like you mentioned, Josiah King, the freshman, has been really good for them so far this year, scoring the ball. Him and Chase Shipley and Kyrie Bunny to go along with Cheek. It's going to be a matter of, can those guys consistently make plays with the ball in their hands and be able to get into the lane, drive to the hoop, make tough shots, because that's a lot of what we saw. It's still a lot of ISO ball. I think we saw a lot of that last year. A lot of these guards like to try to make things happen on their own rather than play this, with a lot of ball movement like you might see from a Hedgesville or some other team. So can they work together, get the chemistry going where, they get a bit more ball movement, or is it going to have to be more so tough shot making, using your athleticism, your quickness, your ball handling to get by guys one-on-one?
Martinsburg has taken the floor to start its warm-ups. A late start to tonight's varsity contest as JV took a little longer than expected, just finished up the JV game about 2 minutes ago is when varsity warm-up started, so give or take that time frame. Martinsburg got the win by a wide margin in the JV game as now Jefferson makes its way up the steps from the locker room on the left side of the gymnasium. They'll be in the all-black uniforms tonight as they wait for the rest of the team to come out before they take the floor and join Martinsburg, who's in the home white uniform. So we'll step aside, take our first 2-minute break here on the Parsons Ford Countdown to Tip-Off. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV10.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back here to the on McLaughlin here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Dylan. As our cameraman is John Alderton, back in the studios, Nick Verzolini. It's now time for the coaches' interviews, brought to you by Rock's Local Markets with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Rock's is fast, fresh, and friendly. We'll start off with the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, Richard Lewis, followed by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Dave Rogers.
Is 9-0 in the non-conference part. Off to a great start. What have you liked so far from your team?
Just how we kind of gel with a new team. Has some new pieces, a lot of football guys. We actually had 7 football guys this year on our team. We had to wait for the playoffs. So how fast we gelled, I'm kind of surprised, but I think we got a little ways to go.
How much does it help your team having those guys come and be a part of this year's team?
Helps a lot. We got some size, not in height, but in bulk. A lot of toughness, and also like rebounding, physicality has helped us a lot.
Through the 9 games, what have you really liked? What do you feel like has been the strength of your team so far?
I think we've played pretty good on offense. We got a ways to go, but we score. We're scoring about 70 points a game, and then defensively, I think we've kind of a little ahead of the curve, but we got a little improvement. But I think that's been kind of strong for us as well.
What are some things, though, still here early in the season that you feel like your team needs to build with and try to grow in?
Just chemistry. We got a lot of new guys starting to play, trying to get minutes. So just trying to build that chemistry with all the new guys still. I think we got a ways to go as far as chemistry, but we've gelled relatively quickly and just getting better every day.
What do you feel like has been the identity so far of this team and why?
The identity is Jefferson basketball. We play pretty fast and pretty good defense, shoot the ball pretty well. That's kind of our identity. Same how we've always played the last 4, 5, 6 years.
Tonight you guys get to be on the road to open up conference play against Martinsburg, a team who's off to a pretty good start as well. What have you seen from the Bulldogs so far this year?
They pressure a lot this year, a lot more they've had in the last couple of years. They're quick. Having Keyshawn Sheik transfer over, that's a big addition for them as far as scoring. So they got a 20-point scorer on their team this year, so it's a lot different than they've had in the last couple of years. So I've seen, they're young too, but they've grown up a lot since last year, so they're impressive.
And on your side, you guys will be without Jenkins as well as Johnson. Who are you hoping to see really step up and try their best to fill those shoes in tonight's game?
Jaden Gladney, our last game, Demarius Wallace, he had double figures last game as well when Colin was out. We got Tayshawn Roper, of course. He started all last year for us. Who's coming off the bench, but now he's in a starting role. So we're looking for those guys to step up, along with Takeem Drake. He's a sophomore for us. Has played a lot this year. So those guys at the guard position should be okay.
In the past 2 years, you guys have really been dominant in this rivalry. What do you guys need to do tonight to keep that dominance going?
Just play our game. Don't let the atmosphere get to us. We will have a couple of young guys in their first varsity game at Martinsburg. So just kind of staying composed, being patient, making sure we play our game pretty much.
Anything else, Coach?
No, we're looking forward to a great game tonight.
All right, best of luck and appreciate it.
All right, thanks.
Now joined by the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Dave Rogers. Coach Rogers, your team off to a 3-1 start, coming off the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic. What have you liked so far from your team?
Well, I think they're playing hard. They're really dedicated to what they're doing. I like our defensive pressure. Offensively, we need to do just a little bit better job of taking care of that ball, even though we only had 8 turnovers the other night against Lindsley, good basketball team. So our kids, we're not, all our starters are underclassmen, And so I think the future looks bright, and we've got a good group coming behind them and behind them. So, I think our program is back on track, and I really like what I see from our kids with their energy and effort.
Let's break those tournament games down game by game. First one, a win against North Hagerstown. You guys had to come back, fight hard in that second half. What were some things you liked in that effort, and what were some things that you felt like you needed to improve on getting into that game against Lindsley?
Well, the big thing is that we did come back, and, we had such a big layoff. I mean, there was a 14, 15-day layoff in there where we hadn't played, and that first quarter showed it. It's like we never got started, so we dug ourselves a hole, but we didn't hang our heads. I thought the guys just hung in there and stayed with the game plan and came back in the second half. Second quarter was good, and the second half was even better, and they pulled it out for a 12-point win over a good North High basketball team that went 1-1 in the tournament also.
And in the second game, you guys took on Lindsley against them, very good team, on paper. You guys were able to make it close, but unfortunately did not come out on the winning end. But what were your major takeaways from that game?
Well, somehow we're running into all the big teams. Western Albemarle was a legit 6'10", 6'8", 6'7", and they haven't lost since we beat them up into Handley Showcase. They're very good. Lindsley is always good. They're undefeated. Dave does a great job, and with a boarding school like that, you get a lot of players coming in every year. You never know from one year to the next. But they really thumped us up there last year, and I just thought our kids played hard. I thought we did what we needed to do. They actually had 13 turnovers to our 8, which is a good thing. At times we had a tough time handling their height. They were big, but nevertheless, I thought our kids battled. A couple turnovers there in the end hurt us, but even down 3 with them missing the foul shot, we got a fairly decent shot off on the other end with 4.3 seconds.
Tonight you guys get to host Jefferson, starting off conference play, getting to go up against the team that's been the best in the conference the past few years. What have you seen from them so far in their start of the year?
Well, they're very quick, and they had one of their players leave and go to Goretti, and when Goretti's closing, he's come back, and they're very, very similar to last year. That in the fact that they've got 2 or 3 great shooters from the outside. They're very quick. They've got a couple guys inside that battle on the glass, and they're not flashy, but they do their job of blocking off and putting the ball back, and you've got to have those kind of players. You've got to have role players no matter what you do, and Jefferson seems to really do a good job of their guys knowing what their limitations are and what they're supposed to do with the ball, and you're right, they're undefeated coming into us, and I think they're ranked 3rd or 4th in the state, and so we've got our hands full tonight, and I just hope we can continue to come out, and we will. This bunch of guys that we have now just love to play, and they love to play hard, and they're going to pick you up full court and just push you and push you and push you, and you just got to keep going. We want to up tempo this game, and the way you up tempo this game is you put the pressure on, and hopefully we'll do that tonight.
Anything else, Coach?
No, thank you. Just Happy New Year to everyone, and let's get into the EPAC basketball. And somehow they gave us Jefferson and Spring Mills in the same week, and Merry Christmas. But anyway, it's going to be a good one. I hope we get a big crowd, and I hope the people enjoy. If you've not seen EPAC basketball, Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference basketball, this is the year to see it, because I tell you what, I think all the teams are strong, and I think any night somebody can get knocked off.
All right, appreciate the time as always, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you, pal.
That was the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Dave Rogers, as well as the head coach of the Jefferson Cougars, Richard Lewis. Again, our coaches' interviews brought to you by Rock's Local Markets, with convenient locations around the Eastern Panhandle. Fast, fresh, friendly. Rocks. We'll step aside, take another 2-minute break here on the Parsons Ford countdown to tip-off, and on the other side of that break, we'll get our keys to the game and tonight's starting lineups for Jefferson and Martinsburg. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as we continue the Parsons Ford countdown to tip-off on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10 for West Virginia High School. EPAC boys basketball as Jefferson takes on Martinsburg. Jefferson 9-0 on the season. Martinsburg 3-1, two top 10 teams in the state of West Virginia. About 3.5 minutes left in warm-ups as we now get into our keys to the game, as the key to your next car is at the Dutch Miller Automotive Group, home of friends and family pricing.
I'll start with Jefferson. I think that what Jefferson needs to do is they need to get good defense out of their guards tonight. This is a Martinsburg team that has a lot of playmakers out on the perimeter. Josiah King, Keyshawn Cheek, Chase Shipley, Kyrie Bunny are all guys that are going to try to make plays with the ball in their hands, especially those first three that I mentioned, King, Cheek, and Shipley. Can you lock down on the outside? Jefferson has so far this year in 9 games 7 players who average more than 1 steal per game. They're going to be missing 2 of those guys tonight in Johnson and Jenkins, but they still have 5 there. Can you get your guys on the perimeter to lock down? On the other side, Martinsburg. How can you counteract, even if you get good defense from the guards? Whether or not you do, whether or not you're playing against good perimeter defense, ball movement. I think that the Martinsburg guards have a tendency to play a little too much ISO ball. Can we get some pick and rolls going with guys like Anthony Awuna? Can we get some guys cutting and moving without the ball? I want to see guys like, I think Kyrie Bunny does it a good bit, but Cheek, King, and Shipley and King in particular. Keyshawn Cheek has some playmaking ability. Can you get the ball in his hands, and can he make some extra plays, not just on his own? Can he find King and Cheek and King and Shipley and Bunny outside or cutting in for some easy shots of their own instead of everyone having to do all of the work themselves?
It's a rivalry that, for the most part, has been dominated in the history by the Martinsburg Bulldogs, but in the past 2 years, it's been dominated by the Jefferson Cougars, who not only have dominated this rivalry with a 4-game win streak with an average final score of 90-71, but have dominated the Eastern Panhandle as well, finishing as the regular season champions and representing the state out of the 2 region teams from the Eastern Panhandle the past 2 years too. Martinsburg trying to say that they are back in a big way tonight, starting off with a bang possibly here at the Fieldhouse as the Bulldogs jog over to their bench to get ready for the starting lineups. Martinsburg already there. Jefferson now jogging over to the left side to get its starting lineup set. The rest taking a seat on the bench. We'll get our starting lineups to you right here, right now. Starting lineups brought to you by the Mirius Group and Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Jefferson and Phil McCoy. Stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg or call them at 304-263-4343. First, for the number 2 overall team in the state, the visiting Jefferson Cougars, 9-0 overall. First game in the conference, coached by Richard Lewis. Starting for the Cougars, senior point guard, standing in at 6 feet, 155 pounds, number 0, Jaden Gladney. Also starting for Jefferson, a junior shooting guard, 5'8", 160 pounds, number 11, Tayshawn Roper. Starting at guard, a 5'10", 155-pound junior, number 25, Demarius Wallace. Starting at forward, a 6'3", 205-pound senior, number 33, Wyatt Shively. And rounding out the starting 5 for Jefferson, 6'3", 240-pound center, number 45, Jared Welberger. For Martinsburg, same starting 5 as you saw in the Skip Fowler Memorial Classic a few days ago. Number 0, freshman guard Josiah King. Number 3, 6'1", junior guard Chase Shipley. Number 4, a 6'3", junior guard Kyrie Bunny. A 6'4", junior wing, number 5, Anthony Owuna. And at center, a 6'5", junior Zion Ajiman Dua. We'll step aside, take our final 2-minute break here on the Parsons Ford countdown to tip-off. And then we will be back for opening tip between Jefferson and Martinsburg. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10.
At Carter Myers Automotive, what we do today will tomorrow become what we've done. That's why Owners Just Do More no longer defines us. Our work is never done because what we live by doesn't have a finish line. We care. Our company of owners is moving lives forward every day by finding more ways to care before, during, and after your purchase. Because when you're happy, so are we. Carter Myers Automotive. Proud to be the owners who just care more.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Look and feel your best this year. WVU Medicine Plastic, Cosmetic, and Reconstructive Surgery Martinsburg offers a variety of procedures to enhance your appearance. Board certified by the American Society of Plastic Surgeons, Dr. Jack Gelman specializes in tummy tucks, breast augmentation and lips, liposuction, body contouring, arm and thigh lifts, Botox, and filler injections. WVU Medicine Plastic, Cosmetic, and Reconstructive Surgery. Financing options are available. Call 304-350-3274.
Welcome back to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. The national anthem is just concluded, and we'll get you opening tip now, brought to you by Skinner Accident Injury Lawyers, representing accident injury claims for over 50 years. Go to skinnerwins.com. Quick correction for Martinsburg's starting 5. Number 2, Keyshawn Cheek out on the floor in the place of Zion. So, other than that, though, still the same. King, Shipley, Bunny, Owuna. Cheek also starting now instead of Zion. And then on Jefferson, Gladney, Roper, Wallace, Shively, and Wilberger, as Colin Johnson and Jamari Jenkins, 2 of the 3 leading scorers for Jefferson, out due to injury. Jump ball won immediately by Jefferson on the right side. A floater put up by Roper, no good, off the rim and tipped out of bounds to start off the quarter 5 seconds in. Some confusion as to whose possession it should be. And it looks like they're going to roll Jefferson ball. Ball inbounded to Shively. He's going to drive the baseline, put up a layup, and off the glass and in. Jefferson strikes first, 2-0 on Martinsburg.
The interior defense is going to be important for Martinsburg tonight because they have a smaller lineup out there.
Ball inbounded to Shipley, and it's deflected by Gladney. And they say it went out of bounds off Shipley, so immediately Martinsburg starts with a turnover, and Jefferson gets the ball, inbounding the basketball now to the right of Martinsburg's bench.
Gladney's a great player on both sides of the floor. He averages a steal and a half a game.
Down low is Gladney. Fadeaway jump shot, no good off the backside of the rim, and it's tipped out of bounds off Wilberger. Martinsburg gets the ball. 7:32 to go here in the first quarter as Jefferson sets up a full court press. They lead 2-0 over Martinsburg. Lob inbound pass to Cheek. He passes it to the right to Shipley. He goes down low to Owuna. They now reset the offense. Give it to the freshman, Josiah King. King with it at the wing. Drives in on the right side, puts up a floater, and it's no good. Rebounded by Shively, but stolen right back by King. Shipley now, out to King. Left corner three. Around the rim, no good. Rebounded by Wilberger, who's now going to go quickly in transition to Wallace. Wallace, step right side layup, no good, and an offensive foul called. And it's Keyshawn Cheek taking the charge like he typically does. It's the first foul with 7:01 here in the first quarter. Goes against Jefferson.
He's great at that. He has a knack for it. He's a tough kid. He's willing to lay himself out. Being a team player.
Gets the inbound, passes it to Bunny. Bunny brings it up the floor, breaks midcourt, bounce passing it down low to Owuna against Wilberger. Picks up his dribble, kicks it out to the wing for King. King drives to the elbow into the paint, finds Bunny wide open in left corner. Three off the front of the rim, no good. Rebounded by Wilberger or Jefferson. Saves it from going out of bounds now as he lost his balance, and Jefferson flies up the court. Cougars with the ball. They hand it to Wilberger. Goes to Shively. Shively right side baseline driving in. Too hard off the glass is his shot. No good. It goes out of bounds. Off Jefferson.
The last two possessions for Martinsburg have been missed threes, but they've been good ball movement to find open players. They just haven't hit the two open threes in the corner.
Shipley tries to go coast to coast, and it's called with a player control foul while he was passing the ball to the right side for Owuna. So now both teams with one foul each. 2-0 Jefferson leads Martinsburg, 6:21 in quarter number one. Shipley picks up his first foul for Martinsburg.
He got out of control.
Long inbound pass going in and out of the hands of Wallace, and Cheek now brings it up the floor for Martinsburg, passing to King. King dribbles into the paint, kicks it out now to Shipley. Shipley, midcourt, resets Martinsburg's offense as they go four wide, and Owuna down low on the right side. Shipley now finds the open space, goes in for the layup in the paint, gets it to go, and is fouled, tying things up at 2-2.
Drives in on Gladney, too. I mentioned a lot of ISO ball that these guards for Martinsburg play, but they play a lot of it because they are good at it. It's just tough to consistently do that. You need to switch it up. But Chase Shipley was great at that. He made a great, nice move on Gladney and got himself to the rim.
Shipley makes the free throw. Martinsburg now leads 3-2 as Gladney called with a foul, his first, team second for Jefferson. Shively bringing it up the court now, sends a pass out of bounds past Gladney. And the turnover gives the ball to Martinsburg with 5:55 left in the first quarter.
This four-guard lineup for Martinsburg is pretty fun to watch, I have to say.
Keyshawn Cheek with it for Martinsburg on the left side, driving in. Kind of has an awkward pass, but it gets over to the right side for King. He resets it with Bunny back to King. King dribbles. Tries to go past Wallace into the paint, kicking it out for Bunny. Jefferson wanting a walk, no call. Shipley now with the ball off the Bunny pass. Shipley goes to the Bulldog logo, now drives in for the ISO. Puts up a layup, no good. Had it own rebound, but kind of fought with Owuna for it. Now loses it, regains possession, puts up a shot from the left side. That's no good, rebounded by King, and he falls to the floor as he was tied up with Wilberger. 5:14 left here in the first quarter. Possession error on the jump ball keeps possession for Martinsburg as they lead Jefferson 3-2. Bunny against the inbound at the left block. He puts it up off the backboard and in. Now Martinsburg leads 5-2.
I think Kyrie Bunny having a good game, scoring the ball can be a big difference for them.
Another long pass. It's tipped by King and stolen by Shipley. Martinsburg gets the ball off the inbound. Owuna now with it down low, and he banks it in. 7-2, Martinsburg leads. Full court press wreaking havoc so far against Jefferson. Shively finding Roper at the left wing. He's going to dribble now over to midcourt and give it to Gladney. Gladney on the right side gets a pick from Shively at the top of the key. Dribbles to the right wing, kicks it out to the corner. Three-pointer by Wallace is good, making it 7-5.
The offense had been stagnant before that. That was good. That was good movement.
So Martinsburg back to a 2-point lead. Bunny with it on the offensive end, bouncing it down low to Owuna. Gives it to Cheek, driving the baseline back to Bunny, and it's deflected out of his hand, stolen by Jefferson. Breaking the double team is Gladney, and now wide open on the opposite end is Wallace. He was cherry picking, and we're tied at 7-7 as he now has 5 of those 7 points for Jefferson. 4 minutes left here in the first quarter, clock winding down. King with it for Martinsburg. So we see Height getting ready to check in for the Bulldogs as well. King pulls up the shot at the left elbow. It's no good. Tipped around off the foot of Owuna, and now Jefferson has it. It's Wallace.
Martinsburg's got to get back quicker on defense.
Find Roper, wide open 3, and around the rim and in. Jefferson takes the 10-7 lead as Tayshawn Roper makes it.
It was a 3-on-2 break for the Cougars. Again, transition defense, been a problem so far for the Bulldogs.
We know the three-point shooting for Jefferson is hot so far this year. They shoot 34% from beyond the arc. It's their second one tonight as now Wallace gets a steal down low.
Wallace is playing great defense.
Roper to Gladney, NBA range 3 from the right side. It's no good, but he was fouled. With 3:07 left here in the first quarter, he'll go to the free throw line to shoot 3. First quarter brought to you by Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Robert Fields & Sons, family-owned, full-service funeral home. Martinsburg, Inwood, and Charlestown Ranson proudly serving the area since 8. That foul called against Shipley, his team second for Martinsburg. First free throw by Gladney up off the front of the rim, and no good. Our second first quarter sponsor is CMA Sondo Winchester at 3985 Valley Pike. CMA moving lives forward.
I think Gladney Jenkins and Johnson are pretty sorely missed when Jefferson's in the half court, but they've done a good job of trying to pick up the pace, and they still have a lot of quick players out there that can get points in transition.
Gladney makes the second of the 3 free throws, so it's now 11-7. Jefferson leads Martinsburg. Third one up, and that one is good as well, as Gladney now has 2 points, making it a 12-7 Jefferson lead over Martinsburg. 3 minutes left in the first quarter. Cheek with the ball, pointing Height over to the corner on the left side. He now dribbles, gives it to Height. Height drives into the paint, kicking it over to the right side for King. King now dribbles to midcourt, guarded very closely by, looks like into the game now.
Oh, wow.
Was Drake. He beats Drake to the basket, and Owuna gets it to go. He now has 4 points, and it's 12-9. Gladney to the left side. Down low now, it's Drake. Drake gets up, and it's rejected by King, but Shively gets it back, and he's fouled down low. Now Shively will go to the line to shoot for Jefferson here with 2:25 left in the first.
Keyshawn Cheek got a little too aggressive with the way that he tried to block that shot. He really tried to slap down on the ball. And if you miss a block attempt like that, it's going to be a foul pretty much every time if you're not on target with the way that you come down on it.
It's a fair point, but yet they called it against Height, it looks like, according to the scoreboard.
Interesting.
So that's his first team third. Free throw by Shively.
Maybe he got all ball and Height got into the body, and I just missed that.
Second free throw for Shively is good as well. He has 4 points, and it's a 14-9 lead for Jefferson now. Cheek to Gideon for Height now. Back to King. King with the ball, starts his dribble at the top of the key, picks it up and passes it to the right side for Keyshawn Cheek. 2 minutes left here in the first quarter. Cheek gets a pick from Owuna, and it looks like we're going to have a moving screen called against Owuna with 2:05 left here in the first. That is the fourth team foul of the quarter called against Martinsburg.
This is going to be a tough offensive lineup for the Bulldogs. You really only have King and Cheek out there that are threats to score off the dribble, create their own shots. I think Chase Shipley's being sat down for a little bit for that fouling the three-point shooter, but Kyrie Bunny also on the bench.
Gladney to Roper, almost stolen by Awuna. Back to Gladney now. He drives to the left side, finds a wide-open Drake, and he'll pull up from the right elbow after dribbling from the corner. His shot no good, rebounded by Goins, and Goins gets the second chance points for Jefferson, makes it 16-9.
Goins is going to be a problem. I think this is where Martinsburg is missing Rashad Reed. Him and Goins would be a great matchup down low in the post.
Minute 25 left in the first quarter at 16-9 Jefferson. King with it for Martinsburg, kicking it out to Gideon in the left corner. He's calling for Cheek. He finds Cheek at the wing. Cheek immediately gets double teams, but now they back it off. He puts up a three. It's off the side of the iron. No good. Rebounded by Jefferson, who quickly goes up the floor. Over into the right corner. Three-pointer is up. No good. And that goes out. Last touch by Martinsburg, so Jefferson keeps the ball as that three was missed by Goins.
They lucked out with that. I didn't like that shot from Goins at all. Taking two dribbles back and then a step back for a three.
Shively now with the three off the inbound, and bang goes Wyatt Shively, extending the lead to 10 points at 19-9 for Jefferson.
I would want a timeout here. There's only a minute, 50 seconds now before the end of the quarter, though.
King, top of the key, going ISO, now gets swarmed as soon as he touches into the paint, and it's off. It looks like Jefferson. And it will stay Martinsburg ball with 38.4 seconds left in the first quarter.
Well, coach is not happy with that one, but he is yelling at the official furthest away from that play, so I'm not sure what he wanted him to do about it.
Cheek with it off the inbound. And he'll lose his dribble and now have to kick it out to King, who is wide open for three, but it's no good off the back of the backboard. And it's now Jefferson with the ball. Gladney, guarded by Gideon at midcourt, breaking midcourt now. Very close to that line, and a foul called with 15.6 seconds. That's the fifth team foul of the quarter for Martinsburg, first against Gideon. Now Gladney will get the double bonus with 15.6 here in the first quarter.
No, that's just overly aggressive defense there from Gideon. He didn't need to reach in. He's a quick guy. He can do his best to stay in front of Gladney. He doesn't need to poke the ball away and steal it to play good defense.
Gladney makes the free throw. It's all 3 points now for him have come from the charity stripe, making it 20-9 Jefferson. Some subs checking in now, it looks like, for Martinsburg as
Coy Fagan.
Coy Fagan comes in wearing 23 tonight in the white uniform instead of 33. Second free throw up. Around the rim and good by Gladney. So he has 4 points, making it 21-9. Now we have some confusion at the scores table. It might be because of that jersey number, like I said. If they didn't put it correctly in the scorecard for Coy Fagan, that's a technical foul issued to Martinsburg. And it is. He should be wearing 33 instead. Coy Fagan's wearing 23, and that is a technical foul because of it called against Martinsburg. With 15.6 seconds left now, Jefferson will have some free throws because of it. It looks like Gladney will make his way over now to the free throw line and take a few more free throws.
It's been tough sledding for Martinsburg since the first few minutes of this game. I think Jefferson started pushing the pace a little more, making Martinsburg really work on the defensive end. And then once Martinsburg adjusted and put in some of their more defensive-minded players, it kind of affected their offense. So I'm not sure if Martinsburg really has one set lineup outside of maybe their starting lineup, which you can't go the whole game playing, that is a good balance of offense and defense. Once they get into the bench, you're kind of lacking one or the other, no matter what.
Gladney made both free throws, so it's 23-9, and now quickly off the inbound. He puts up a three from the left corner. It's no good. tipped around by Goins, and now he'll be called with a foul, it looks like. So 8.2 seconds left. That's the third team foul of the quarter against Jefferson. At least I thought it was. Yeah. Referees, for some reason, started to go over as if it was for free throws, and it should not be yet.
Not so fast, my friend.
That's Goins first.
8 seconds for a shot.
Cheek waiting to touch the ball. He finally does so. Now passes over the head of Fegan to Bunny. Back to Cheek. Cheek driving in, and it looks like he'll be fouled. No, they call a travel violation against Cheek with 2.2 seconds left. There was some contact there. They're going to say he walked first. Jefferson to inbound now. Shively looking in front of him to Gladney, who just is right underneath the hoop, and that will be that. End of the first quarter, 23-9. Jefferson leads Martinsburg. We'll step aside and take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
One of the questions lawyers get asked the most is, what is my case worth?
I'm Steven Skinner, and this is my brother Andrew with Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers.
The truth is, it's very difficult for a lawyer to pinpoint a number because every case is different.
We get to know each situation and we'll give you an idea of what your case is worth and why.
The sooner we get involved, the better we can do getting you the compensation you deserve.
Google Skinner Lawyers or go to skinnerwins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Welcome back to Martinsburg High School inside the field house. The Bulldogs off to a rough start. Jefferson leads 23-9. So we start off EPAC play here. Jefferson 9-0 so far. Martinsburg 3-1 on the year. Jefferson getting the inbound to start off the second quarter. To Drake, to Gladney. Passing it over to the left side as a new player is checked in. It looks like that's Vickers. As Gladney gets it back now from Roper. Gladney guarded by Shipley. He's going to dribble out to the top of the key. Now back to the right side. Kicking it out to Drake. Drake dribbles his way to the elbow. Goes down low quickly for Goins. His shot no good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. Brings it quickly up to the other side, but now will slow things down. Bunny guarded by Vickers. Will hand it to King. King now dribbles towards midcourt onto the logo and over to the left side towards Jefferson's bench. Picking up his dribble, bounce passing it to Shipley at the top of the key. Shipley drives to right side against Gladney, posts up, puts up an awkward shot, and they say he's fouled with 7:08 left here in the second quarter. And that is Gladney's second foul, team first of the quarter for Jefferson. So that sends Chase Shipley to the free throw line for the second time tonight.
They needed to find some way to get offense going. It was 7-2 Martinsburg. And ever since then, we're on a 21-2 run for the Cougars. As
Shipley misses that first free throw, yeah.
Right. This just is a testament to the depth of Jefferson. They have 3 double-digit scorers on average so far this year, and they're missing 2 of them tonight, and it hasn't mattered so far.
Second free throw is good, making it 23-10. By the way, quick correction, it looks like they charged a foul against Tayshawn Roper, so that's his first instead of Gladney's second. Is going the other way. The sub that just checked in for Roper was Troxel, and he gets the pass. It goes through his hands and out of bounds, so a turnover gives the ball back to Martinsburg on the right side of the floor.
Back to their original starting lineup from the first game of the Skip Fowler.
That being for Martinsburg is Cheek with it.
Or excuse me, that's not quite right. Cheek came off the bench, but Ajay Mandua's in the game.
Cheek puts up a shot, no good, gets his own rebound. The second one also misses, rebounded by Jefferson. It's Shively giving it to Troxel. Troxel dribbles past midcourt, Passes to the left now. It's bobbled by Gladney. He recovers, gets double teamed by Bunny and Cheek, breaks out of it, finds Shively open down low. He drives the baseline, puts up a shot, no good, off the bottom of the backboard. He gets the rebound. It's now tipped out of his hands, goes out of bounds, but they say it was still last touched by Shively, so Martinsburg has the ball. Cheek sends a long pass to Shipley, driving in on the left side, now backs out. Tries to go back in, and we have a foul called away from the basketball with 6:16 left here in the quarter. 23-10 here in quarter number 2. Jefferson leads Martinsburg, and it looks like they do say that was Troxel called with the foul. His first, team second for Jefferson here in this quarter. Cheek gets the inbound for Martinsburg. Calls out the play with his right hand, dribbles with his left in front of Jefferson's bench. Pulls up for a long three. That's way off the mark. Airballed, rebounded by Drake. Gladney, Shively finds Troxel wide open on the right side. He's going to pull up for a three, and that's good. Troxel averages 2.5 points per game. He now has 3 here with that shot, making it 26-10 Jefferson, as Shipley on the other side bricks it off the iron, rebounded by Jefferson.
Too many mid-range pull-ups from the Bulldogs right now.
Gladney feels hot. Nope, that shot missed, but Shively gets the rebound and puts up a finger roll on the right side. He now has 9 points, and it's a 28-10 lead for Jefferson. Shipley with it for Martinsburg, and he runs into Troxel, who kept his feet moving, and now quickly he has 2 fouls.
The Bulldogs need to settle down, try to get back into what was working in those first couple minutes of the game. Spreading the floor out, run a pick and roll with one of your guards, King, Cheek, Shipley, and then when the defense rotates, either go up with the shot or when you drive, kick it out to that open three. They got some of that in the first few minutes of the game.
Steen checks in. So they now go to Shipley. Right side three is good by Chase Shipley. He has 7 points. So that's his second field goal of the night, making it 28-13 with 5 minutes left in the second quarter. Wallace brings it up the court now for Jefferson, trying to go coast to coast. And another charge is going to be called as Wallace ran into Chase Shipley, who sold the call with 5 minutes left. And that's the 4th foul of the quarter here, 3 minutes in on Jefferson. Martinsburg has none.
Wallace just noticed too late that he had the open man in the corner. He wanted to go up for the shot. As he was going up for it, noticed that he should have made the kick-out pass, but it was too late. The feet were already set by the defender.
Yep, Wallace just came in. He now goes back on the bench as he has 2 fouls. Shipley with it for Martinsburg on the offensive side of the court for the Bulldogs. Passes to Bunny. Bunny finds Zion. Zion up the top of the key, finds a wide-open Bunny down low on the backdoor cut, and he kisses it off the glass, and it goes in, making it 28-15 now with 4.5 minutes left here in the second quarter, and a 5-second violation called on the inbound against Jefferson, so Martinsburg gets the turnover and gets the ball back.
Off-ball movement, that's what got Bunny open on that one. Sometimes defense can fall asleep at the wheel. You got to take advantage.
Cheek sends a lob inbound to Zion, who now hands it back to him. Cheek at the elbow makes it, making it 28-17 now as Martinsburg going on a little bit of a run here in this second quarter, cutting the lead down to 11. It's Vickers with it, passing it to Roper. Roper finds Drake at the right wing. He'll dribble to the top of the key, now to the left side, kicking it out to Roper in the corner. He's going to dribble out of the pressure to midcourt and pass to the right side for Gladney. Gladney on the right side puts up an awkward shot, and it somehow falls through at the elbow. And he was fouled, they say, so he's going to go to the free throw line for a 3-point opportunity.
I didn't think that was good shot selection at all, but he made the tough shot and got the foul to boot with it. Really impressive there.
3:37 left here in the second quarter as Gladney's free throw bangs around the rim and falls through. He now has 9 points, tied with Shively as the leading scorer for Jefferson tonight, as they lead 31-17 over Martinsburg. Bunny sends a long pass across the court to Cheek. Cheek to the top of the key to Bunny, who passes it to the wing on the right side for Shipley. Shipley drives in. It gets rejected on his shot attempt by Shively. It's now Gladney with it for Jefferson, and it's stolen by Martinsburg. Bunny back the other way for the Bulldogs on the right side, and he'll collide with Shively, and they're going to call Shively with the foul. That is the 5th team foul called against Jefferson, so either way, even if they didn't say it was going to be a shooting foul, Martinsburg will shoot 2. It's Kyrie Bunny doing so.
I think Shively just wasn't quite set there. It was close. I think that possession before that was a prime example of the negative aspect of the scorers for Martinsburg can be. Shipley drove into the lane. It was a nice drive, but then Shively stuck at the block, didn't follow Awuna outside, stayed there. Shipley didn't adjust and kicked the ball out. He just tried to go up for the layup and got blocked.
First free throw is good. Second one is as well for Kyrie Bunny, making it 31-19. But quickly, back the other side goes Jefferson, and Roper will be fouled off a long inbound. He just immediately drove in on the left side. 3:09 left here in the second. That is the first foul called against Robinson of Martinsburg.
Robinson would have gotten there and tried to draw that charge like Keyshawn Cheek would have.
First free throw, off the back of the rim and falls through for Roper, making it 32-19. Second free throw attempt is good as well, as Tayshawn Roper now has 5 points, making it 33-19 Jefferson. Shipley with the ball for Martinsburg. Guarded closely by Roper on the right side. He pulls up for Jay at the left elbow after dribbling there. It's no good. Rebounded by Jefferson. Roper. Three-pointer. Just grazes the net. No good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. Cheek driving the court on the left side, trying to go coast to coast, and a foul called on the floor with 2:43 left here in the second quarter. Is your second quarter brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Ack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at Orsinis.com, as well as Craig Blair for State Senate, the Eastern Panhandle's first and only Senate President and Lieutenant Governor, fiscal and social conservative who's making West Virginia great again by cutting taxes and creating jobs. The trio-elect Craig Blair in 2024 as Cheek makes the first free throw, making it 33-20.
Been talking a lot about Martinsburg, even though they're losing big in this one, because it's just, you can see the potential this team has, and you can see the flaws also right in front of you. That just feels like they're right in front of their nose that they can fix.
Second free throw no good, as on the other side we have a offensive foul now called against Jefferson, as that was Vickers called with the foul, his first. The last foul was called against Drake, also his first.
I have to wonder if Coach Rogers said the same thing I was thinking up here. If he looked at Robinson and, hey, man, take that charge.
Robinson now with it on the right side, goes up for a layup, off the glass and in against Shively, making it 33-22 as Robinson's first 2 points of the night for Martinsburg.
Nice series. The two plays there for Robinson.
And now dribbling it off his foot was Drake after a great defensive pressure by Robinson, and Bunny causes him to do so. It goes out of bounds, turnover for Jefferson. Martinsburg gets the ball. And they have a chance now with 2:17 left here in the second quarter to make it back down to a single-digit deficit.
Feels like they're building a little bit of momentum. Jefferson's still been incredibly impressive, and it can come in waves from the Cougars.
Cheek driving in, puts up an awkward shot on the right side. It's no good. Rebounded by Shively. Shively finds Drake, who's going to go down the court now. 3v2 for Jefferson. Finds Vickers, left corner three, around the rim and in by Ty Vickers, making it 36-22, and now a long inbound pass that had to just be thrown into the hardwood and play. It's stolen by Jefferson. Their shot on the opposite side, no good by Roper. Robinson now with it. He'll pull up for a long two off the side of the rim, no good, but he gets his own rebound after a few deflections for Martinsburg. And now take a three at off the same spot of the rim and no good, rebounded by Jefferson.
Man, Robinson's got to calm down a little bit, taking some shots. Doing too much feels like a phrase that describes a lot of Martinsburg's players right now.
Sloppiness back and forth as Drake now airballs his shot for Jefferson, rebounded by Martinsburg. Left side layup by the freshman King is good, making it 36-24. And that's his first 2 points of the night. It's now Cheek steals it from Martinsburg. He'll drive the paint, put up a shot, gets it off and in, and it's a foul called against Shively. So and one for Cheek, as that is Shively's second foul.
I really like Keyshawn Cheek's game. He's a scorer, but he isn't just a scorer. He plays good defense. He hustles. He's smart on both ends of the play. He's a heady player. He knows the right passes to make. He kind of knows how to maneuver his body through a defense, through congestion in the lane. He fills in a lot of gaps for this Martinsburg team that they didn't have last year.
Cheek makes the free throw. He has 6 points. 27, Jefferson still on top of Martinsburg, is now on the other side. Owuna rejects the shot of Wallace. Martinsburg has the ball. It's King. Passing it to Bunny. Bunny pump fakes, drives in on the left side, puts up a two-pointer. It's no good. Tipped around, rebounded by Owuna down low, and he'll bank it in now. It's 36-29. Oh, and a long throw that finds nobody. Martinsburg will have the ball on the offensive side for a baseline inbound.
Way too much on that one. Well, like Sam Howell out there.
Ouch. But not something I disagree with. 32.2 seconds left. Jefferson takes a timeout here in the second quarter. We'll take it with him, a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School EPAC Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Martinsburg Fieldhouse as Jefferson right now in the lead, 36-29. They were up 18. Martinsburg has cut it to 7, and they have the ball. Inbound to Robinson. Pump fakes, now drives to the left side, passes it to Bunny, finds Cheek, three-pointer, no good, rebounded by Jefferson. It's Wallace on the other side for Jefferson. He dribbles off his feet, and it goes out of bounds. Martinsburg gets the ball off Jefferson's turnover.
Martinsburg's played a lot better defense in transition when they bring the pressure as well. And I thought Robinson missed a cross-court kick-out pass rather than the pass to the man nearest to him on the last possession.
10 seconds left in the second quarter. Martinsburg with the ball. It's King on the right side. The elbow. Tries to go down low to Cheek, and it's through his hands and out of bounds. Jefferson gets the ball with 3.6 seconds left here in the second quarter.
That was a really good find. I think it was almost too good. I don't think Cheek really expected to get that pass right there.
Vickers, it looked like was going to go short, and he does, and now intercepted by King. He had two chances to make it before the buzzer. Both miss for Martinsburg. And at the end of the second quarter, Jefferson 36, Martinsburg 29. Step aside, take a 2-minute break, and then be back for our halftime show. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Finally, West Virginia is moving in the right direction. As your West Virginia Senate President, Craig Blair has passed the most conservative legislative agenda in the nation. He has fought for our values like banning elective abortions, protecting our Second Amendment rights, and prevented boys from playing in girls' sports. Senator Craig Blair championed the largest tax cut in the history of our state. Craig Blair, a strong conservative leader. Promises made, promises kept. This election, vote for Republican Craig Blair for State Senate. Paid for by the committee to re-elect Craig Blair.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
To the Martinsburg Fieldhouse. Halftime brought to you by the Mansion Freddie Law Firm in Martinsburg, where it's about seeking justice for you. Go to WVJusticeLawyers.com. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio, WRNR and TV10. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. John Alderton's our cameraman. Back in the studios, Nick Verzolini at the half. Jefferson 36, Martinsburg 29 is your score. Dylan, quickly, first half thoughts.
I thought that Martinsburg has gotten back into things with better defense and better ball movement. I think that the pressure has helped, but as much as I do think Jefferson is missing their two out of their three top scorers, Jenkins and Johnson, in the half-court offense, they've done a good job of getting out and pushing the pace and getting points that way, and Wyatt Shively has stepped up so far. They still look like the better team, though, even without those top two guys. I think that they've let things get away from them a little bit. Martinsburg sped them up a little more than they wanted them to. They like to play fast, but I think they got a little bit out of control there at some point. So second half, we'll see which team adjusts more. I think Martinsburg played really well in that second quarter to get back into it, but does Jefferson have the adjustments to increase that lead back to where it was?
Let's now get to our first half stats, brought to you by the Berkeley County Health Department. Prevent, Promote, Protect, offering public, clinical, and environmental services at 122 Waverly Court in Martinsburg. Starting with Martinsburg, one leading scorer, that being Chase Shipley with 7 points. Three others with 6 points each, that being Keyshawn Cheek, Kyrie Bunny, and Anthony Owuna. Josiah King has 2 points, and rounding out the scoring is Matthew Robinson with 2 points as well for Martinsburg. On Jefferson's side, it's Gladney and Shively leading the way with 9 points each. You have Roper with 5 points for Jefferson. Vickers and Troxel have 3 points each, and then 2 points for Quinton Goins wraps up the scoring for Jefferson. Again, your score at the half, Jefferson 36, Martinsburg 29. We'll step aside here with just under 6 minutes left in halftime and send it back to the studio with Nick Verzolini for our And One Halftime Scoreboard show. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR, and TV10.
WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center is proud to announce that our total hip and knee replacement surgery programs recently earned the Joint Commission's Gold Seal of Approval. Achieving this prestigious Joint Commission certification distinguishes Jefferson Medical Center for the excellent care our orthopedic team provides at every stage from pre-admission to acute hospital stay and discharge. It also demonstrates Jefferson Medical Center's ongoing commitment to improving patient care. WVU Medicine, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
Providing reliable protection since 1877, we are Farmers and Mechanic Insurance Companies. For over a century, we have been dedicated to provide dependable insurance protection and excellent customer service. We specialize in auto, home, farm, and business insurance. Our products are backed with personal, hands-on service. You can trust us to protect what matters most to you. For all of your insurance needs, there's Farmers and Mechanics Insurance Companies.
At Dutch Miller Automotive, we've grown quite a bit over the last 60 years, but our core principles remain the same. We believe in treating our customers and our team members like friends and family, and we see it as our obligation to give back to all the communities we are so fortunate to do business in. In just West Virginia alone, we've grown from one location on the west end of Huntington to 10 rooftops employing more than 500 Mountaineers. Check out the inventory from all of our stores at DutchMillerAuto.com. Dutch Miller Automotive Group, West Virginia proud.
The Honda Ridgeline, Passport, and Pilot are in a league of their own when it comes to rugged capability. Their relentless power and versatility make these vehicles the ultimate challengers for exhilarating adventures and formidable terrain. But it's not just performance that makes these cars special. It's the unwavering determination that inspires everything we do. That's why we're KBB.com's best value brand of 2023.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA's, moving lives forward.
Available all-wheel drive on Pilot based on 2023 brand image awards from Kelly Blue Book. Visit KBB.com for more information.
We welcome you into the And One Scoreboard Show. I'm Nick Verzolini here at the half. Martinsburg trailing Jefferson 36-29 in West Virginia High School boys basketball here on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. We'll run down some scores from other basketball action. In the NBA, the 76ers lead the Bulls 73-44 in the third quarter. Memphis taking on San Antonio tonight 14-13 in the early first period. Nets, Pelicans 30, Nets 16. Thunder lead the Celtics 27-19. Magic Warriors tonight on NBA TV at 10 p.m. and Hornets Kings as well at 10 p.m. tonight. In men's college basketball, Maryland trails number 1 Purdue 52-36. Tough one for the Terps tonight in College Park. Norfolk State taking on Tennessee. And Tennessee leads 66-31. Good one between North Carolina and Pittsburgh. It's 46-38. The Tar Heels lead the Panthers. Eastern Carolina, FAU, 17th ranked FAU leads ECU 52-45. Iowa trailing number 21 Wisconsin 65-55. Unranked Cornell, of course, taking on number 18 Baylor. 12-10 in the first half of that ball game. Northwestern Illinois tonight on the Big Ten Network. The number 9 Illini. Hedgesville leading 30-15 at the half over Washington in high school basketball. Syracuse Duke tonight as well on 9 p.m. and on ESPN. Penn Auburn tonight on the SEC Network. Auburn ranked 25th. New Mexico Colorado State tonight on FS1 at 10:30. The Rams are the 13th team in the country, and number 4 UConn beat DePaul earlier 85-56. Check in on the NHL, see if any Capitals action tonight. Yes, they lead the Penguins at the end of the first period 4-1. So Caps fans definitely excited about that score. Alex Ovechkin with a goal, Tom Wilson with a goal, as well as 2 other goals for Washington. So a 4-1 lead for them. We'll take another 2-minute break. On the other side of that break, you'll hear from Colin and Dylan for the second half of West Virginia High School basketball.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
We welcome you back here quickly, underway. This teams kind of just wanted to get started with even a minute left in halftime, so it's Martinsburg with the ball. Cheek goes down low to Bunny. Bunny trying to post up against Shively. Now turnaround fadeaway jumper for Kyrie. Bunny is up and good. It's Martinsburg makes it 36-31 with 7.5 left here in the third quarter.
See, they continue that momentum.
It's down to a 5-point lead now for Jefferson as it's Gladney with the ball for Jefferson. He goes to the left side, bounce passing it down low to Shively it was intended for, and now it was intercepted by King, and King gets called with a double dribble. Do not see that every day.
He doesn't seem to really understand what he did. I mean, I didn't notice it, but it's a hard angle to see from here.
Roper with the ball for Jefferson. Dribbling on the right side, picking it up now, passing it over to Gladney. Gladney starts his dribble. Only does it twice. Now passes the left side for Wallace, who goes into the corner for Roper. Roper trying to get it down low to Shively, who's trying to post up. And it's deflected around Shifley recovers it at the right elbow. He'll put up a shot. It goes around the rim. No good. Rebounded by Roper, and Roper gets the second chance for Jefferson to go. Tayshawn Roper makes it 38-31 Jefferson.
That's a really good offensive board by Roper. That was impressive. The smallest guy on the court gets in there and gets the rebound.
Cheek over to Bunny at the left wing. Now into the corner to Cheek. Cheek tries to throw a pass, and it's awry. Stolen by Roper. Roper, layup no good, rebounded by Gladney, and Gladney is fouled down low. With 6:23 left here in the third quarter, he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, Gladney had just had a little bit of a pump fake there. As he stopped, he didn't go immediately up with the ball. King went up, and then Gladney kind of just went into him. Got the body contact.
Gladney in the first half, 7 of 8 from the free throw line as he makes this one, so make it 8 for 9. 39-31 now. Make it 40-31 Jefferson as Gladney makes the second free throw. Martinsburg with it. It's Bunny. Over now for King. King drives the right side, puts up a contested shot. It's no good. Tipped around, and King gets his own rebound. Now finds Shipley. Shipley, Euro step right side off the backboard. No good. But a foul called, and it looks like they might say it was before the basket. It's that foul called against Wilberger. Inbound to Awuna, and Awuna puts up immediately, and that shot is good.
Getting offense from Awuna is really important because you know he can rebound, be your interior defender. But getting offense from him helps a lot too.
Gladney's pass stolen by Awuna over to Bunny. Back to Awuna. They tried to go with the alley-oop. It went through Awuna's hands, but luckily for him, right behind him was King. King makes it 40-35. Gladney has it stolen by Bunny. Bunny says thank you very much, and now it's a one-possession game at 40-37.
Great defense.
Jefferson doesn't know what hit him so far. Roper with it. Lobs it over to the right side. And Gladney has it tipped by King. It goes off the leg of Gladney, and Martinsburg gets the ball. Jefferson will call timeout before the inbound. 40-37. Quarter number 3, 5:15 left. We'll take a 30-second break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, shrimp nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Welcome back here. Quarter number 3, 5:15 left. 40-37 Jefferson leads Martinsburg.
I mentioned earlier in the game that Jefferson seemed to really be missing Jamari Jenkins and Kylan Johnson in the half court, having those extra guys to be able to drive and handle the ball. And now we're seeing the other way that I think that they're missing them. Jefferson did a good job early in the game of pushing the pace and getting guys like Roper out in transition and Wallace as well. But once Martinsburg was able to really hone in and get that pressure set up in the backcourt, you see that those 2 extra ball handlers, those 2 out of the 3 double-digit scorers on this team being missing, it's putting the ball into the hands of guys that aren't used to having to deal with that much pressure.
Martinsburg basketball down by 3. Bunny, Cheek in the left corner. Keyshawn Cheek bounce passing it to King. King gets a pick from Awuna as he dribbles now to midcourt and resets Martinsburg's offense. King driving in, spin move, puts up a contested shot. There was contact, no foul called. He gets his own rebound, finds Bunny wide open in the paint, and he'll give it to him, and that shot is good by Bunny. It's a 1-point game now as Bunny has 12 points.
That was a nice find by King. I think he's still trying to do a little too much tonight. He's had a lot of freshman moments.
And another Jefferson turnover as Roper's pass goes into the bench of the Cougars. 4:37 left here in quarter number 3. Martinsburg gets the ball back.
But the defense All 5 players on the court for the Bulldogs are playing great defense in this full court press.
Bunny to Awuna. Awuna to the right side for Shipley at the wing. Back to Bunny. 3 to take the lead. Off the back of the rim. No good. Rebounded by Roper. Roper has it deflected. He gets it back. And again gets deflected by Awuna. Goes out of bounds. Stays Jefferson basketball.
Awuna just has so much length and quickness to go along with it. Him and Cheeks, it doesn't have a lot of size to him, but he has great leaping ability. We've seen a couple times where he's leaped in the air to make steals and deflections.
The inbound to Shively. He spins around, puts up a contested shot. It's no good. Tipped around, rebounded by Goins for Jefferson. He's now triple team. Martinsburg tries to steal it. Goes through the legs of Shipley and into the hands. It looks like, I think that was
Roper.
And Roper makes the shot.
That was unfortunate. That was great defense to poke the ball away from Goins. Oh, another miscommunication.
Miscommunication now. We'll have a backcourt violation resulting of it. Jefferson gets the ball. They lead 42-39. 3:46 left here in the third quarter.
It's a few times now in this quarter that that Martinsburg's guards haven't been on the same page of where they're moving.
Shively gets the inbound. He's at the right wing, picking up his dribble. They pass it over now for, I believe that was Goins. Goins goes to Wallace. It's deflected, and it's Gladney. Gladney to Shively.
Very close to another turnover.
Shively drives the right side, puts up a hard shot. No good. Rebounded by Wallace. Wallace with the ball at the wing on the left side. Picks up his dribble, finds Goins down low. Goins posts up against Bunny. His shot no good. Rebounded by Bunny, who brings it up the floor. 3v2 for Martinsburg. Bunny, left side, lowers his shoulder into Gladney, and Gladney gets called with a foul.
I think that's the right call. I don't think the Jefferson side likes it.
Gladney never had his feet set. 3:09 left here in the third quarter. It's Gladney's second foul of the game. I believe second team foul of the quarter.
I think Kyrie Bunny's playing really well, especially on the defensive end. And I said that all of the Bulldogs lineup right now is playing well defensively. I didn't like the 3 that he took earlier, but he's settling in, I think.
They now change it to a shooting foul as Bunny goes to the free throw line to shoot 2. His first free throw misses.
I think that's the right call there. I'm surprised that they had to change it to that.
Bunny's second free throw up off the front of the rim. He misses both. It's rebounded by Jefferson, and now we have a tie-up as 2 players fall to the floor.
That's a foul? No.
It was Goins and Cheek as they draw back and forth amongst one another now.
That was a great play by Cheek to poke the ball away, and then he got Goins to foul him as they both went for the loose ball.
It's Goins' second foul, team third of the quarter. King, the Bunny driving into the paint, puts up a floater, and that one is good. Bunny now has 14 points, making it 42-41. Shively, pass intended for Wallace, deflected by Shipley out of bounds with 2:48 left here in the third quarter. Jefferson retains possession. Baseline inbound. Shively gets the inbound, drives to the left side baseline, loses possession, and it's out of bounds off Shively. Martinsburg ball.
Martinsburg's length has been such a problem for Jefferson. There's just long arms that all 5 of these players have, especially Bunny and Awuna. And King, even, has been an issue. It affects the passing lanes. Martinsburg's been able to reach around and poke the ball away from the ball handlers, and they're able to rise above defenders and get easier shots, too.
It's been a 12-6 quarter so far, Martinsburg. They trail 42-41, 2.5 minutes left in the third. It's King with it for Martinsburg. Left side layup is good. Martinsburg takes the lead.
That's a difficult shot.
Wallace with the ball for Jefferson now in the backcourt, gets double-teamed. Passes the Goins at midcourt, and he runs into, I believe that was Shipley.
Yep.
Shipley goes to the floor. It's a charge called against Goins. That's Goins' third foul now. Team 4th for Jefferson.
Man.
Coach Lewis is going to use a timeout We'll keep it here, give you our third quarter sponsors, as we are brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to FordAHagerstown.com, as well as Smallwood and Small Insurance in Martinsburg, your total insurance solution at 121 Administrative Drive. Call 304-263-3361. Martinsburg 43, Jefferson 42. Also want to give a quick shout out to Zool's Frozen Lemonade, hooking myself along with our cameraman John Alderton up with some frozen lemonade tonight. I believe he got strawberry lemonade. I got the blue raspberry lemonade, which means my mouth is completely blue so far tonight here, kind of matching the Dylan Bishop polo right now that he's wearing.
I was going to say I could notice you had the blue raspberry. Not completely blue, but there's still a little bit left over.
Been trying to wash it out with this water.
Yeah. I got to say, you watch how these Martinsburg players, these guards in particular, play on offense, and you're really impressed by that. But then you see how they're playing defense here and hustling, taking charges, and it makes it so much better.
And Awuna gets the pass from Cheek and kisses it off the glass off the inbound. It's now 45-42. Martinsburg up by 3 with 2 minutes left in the third. Gladney trying to tie it up with a 3. It's no good. Rebounded and tipped around and into the hands now. Martinsburg, and Bunny has it wide open on the other side, and his layup is good. He has 16 points, 10 of those 16 coming here in the third quarter. 47-42. Martinsburg in control now against Jefferson. It's Vickers slowing things down for the Cougars. 1:35 left in the third quarter. He passes to Gladney. Gladney dribbling it now at the top of the key, trying to go in against Awuna. He now passes to the right side. They find Vickers. Vickers 3, no good. Rebounded by Bunny for Martinsburg. Bunny to Awuna. Awuna double team down low. His shot no good. Rebounded by Vickers. Vickers finds Gladney, and he'll quickly bring it up the floor for Jefferson. They find Goins. Wide open 3 is good, as Goins quiets Martinsburg's crowd just a little bit for now.
They needed
make
that.
it a 2-point game.
He needed that.
47 leads Jefferson. A minute left here in the third quarter as Martinsburg now slows things down. It's Keyshawn Cheek with the basketball towards midcourt. Passing it now to King on the right side. Back to Cheek. Cheek starts his dribble, picks it up, passes it to King, who passes to Shipley at the right wing in front of Martinsburg's bench. He'll bounce pass to Awuna. Awuna looking left, finds Bunny. Bunny wide open layup, no good. Goes out of bounds. Everybody diving for it. And they say it was last touched by Martinsburg. Jefferson ball with 31.8 seconds left here in the third quarter.
As good as Bunny's been, he missed the Bunny, the one of the easiest shots he's had in this quarter.
Now some confusion for Martinsburg, as they almost had 6 players on the court. Bunny got subbed out. He thought he didn't, so he went back onto the floor quickly and had to be yanked off before the referees could notice. Jefferson has the ball. Shively passes it down low. It's recovered by Drake. Drake gets double-teamed at the baseline, and his pass is intercepted by Martinsburg. King bringing it up the floor, finds Awuna down low, puts up a shot underneath a basket. He extends his wingspan and somehow gets that one banked in from the right side, making it 49-45. Gladney, layup at the buzzer, is good, and it looks like they say it was counted, says one official. Are all 3 in agreement? We have one saying yes. Well, the rest say yes. We'll keep it here just to confirm.
I think they're going to let the official that was closest to the play say that he got it.
So Gladney makes it at the buzzer.
In real time, I didn't think
for Martinsburg, 49, Jefferson, 47. We'll step aside and take a 1-minute break. This is West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
I do.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job!
Welcome back here as we get started with quarter number 4. It looks like it will be Jefferson basketball. They now trail Martinsburg 49-47.
I was watching the replay on our YouTube stream during the break in between quarters. I couldn't see the clock, but I could hear the buzzer. I don't think Jaden Gladney got that shot off in time.
It counted, though, to make it a 2-point game as It's now Vickers giving it down low to Shively. Shively gets double team, puts up a shot from the right block. It's no good, rebounded by Cheek. Now we have some tussling down on the floor, but quickly Martinsburg goes back the other way, driving the right baseline. It's Shipley. Shipley shot no good, and they call a tie-up.
That's the right call.
With him and Vickers, and I agree with you, Dylan. That was the right call. He went up, never had that initial shot, and never lost control of the ball. Tried to go up a second time, but you have to call the tie-up between him and Vickers the first time. Possession kept Martinsburg. Immediately off the inbound, it's a three-pointer for Height. That shot no good, rebounded by Cheek. His shot no good, rebounded by Shipley. Shipley to King, wide open right wing three, way off the mark, rebounded by Height. Height shot up, off the rebound, and it's good. And he's fouled. Height enters the score column tonight, making it 51-47, and he'll have an opportunity for three.
It's been the role players for Martinsburg tonight that have stepped up. We knew that Keyshawn Cheek was a guy that could do pretty much anything for the Bulldogs. Chase Shipley can score a lot of points. Josiah King can score a lot of points. He hasn't really tonight. But it's been Bunny and Awuna that have stepped up, and now a big and one from Height.
Height's free throw, no good, rebounded by Shively for Jefferson. He falls to the floor, and it's stolen by Bunny, and Bunny makes the Bunny this time. He has 18 points. Martinsburg now leads by 6. Back the other way goes Jefferson. Roper with the ball, passing to Gladney, and something going on down into the paint. Stops the clock with 7:05. It's a referee now trying to calm down Shively. I didn't really see, since it was away from the ball, what was going on. Did you have a better viewpoint, Dylan?
I think they're going to call that on Shively, I think. Or they went to the bench. It was called.
It was him
33.
and Cheek kind of tied up.
I mean, Jefferson's keeping the ball,
and
so
it
it's
looks
not
like
just
it
an
might be a
offensive
foul called against Cheek, because I see his number up on the scoreboard with one foul, and he did not have one yet, according to my scorecard. So
the official motioned the 33 over to the score table. I don't know what that was for then.
It looks like it might have been a double foul called.
You know what? I think that has to be what that is, yeah.
So Jefferson with the ball. Roper puts up a shot in the paint. That one is good. He now has 11 points, and it's 53-49. Cheek to Bunny. Bunny back to Cheek. Cheek at midcourt. Starts his dribble. Over to the right side. Finds Height. Height pump fakes. Guarded against Goins. Passes to Shipley. Top of the key three. He tried to bank in. It's no good. Rebounded by Goins for Jefferson. He gets double teamed into the corner. Finds Shively, and now Jefferson off to the races on the other side. Long two as the foot was on the line. No good. Rebounded by Martinsburg. That was Drake with the shot. Shipley now back the other way. His layup contested by Gladney. His Shipley makes the first shot for him in the second half, making it 55-49, and now ball deflected back and forth. Jefferson gets it on the offensive side. Goins passes to Roper. Drake to Shively. He takes a long three, and that one's no good. Rebounded by Keyshawn Cheek for Martinsburg. 5:40 left here in the fourth quarter. Martinsburg has the ball and the lead. The last time they beat Jefferson, April 12th, 2021. Jefferson on a 4-game win streak against the Bulldogs. Shipley, right side, driving in, layup around the rim, no good, rebounded by Height. Height tips it out into the left corner for King, who dribbles now to midcourt, has it deflected from Shively. They fall to the floor. King somehow gets it, keeps his dribble, finds Shipley down low, wide open, and he banks it in, and it's good. Chase Shipley now has 11 points. It's 57-49 Martinsburg. Shively in the backcourt, passes behind him to Gladney. Gladney trying to break midcourt before the 10 seconds does so. Now finds Goins, wide open right wing three, and that's good. 57-52 now, 4:54 left here in the fourth. Right after the three, Jefferson calls a timeout. We'll take a 30-second break with them. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10.
WVU Medicine Jefferson Medical Center is proud to announce that our total hip and knee replacement surgery programs recently earned the Joint Commission's Gold Seal of Approval. Achieving this prestigious Joint Commission certification distinguishes Jefferson Medical Center for the excellent care our orthopedic team provides at every stage from pre-admission to acute hospital stay and discharge. It also demonstrates Jefferson Medical Center's ongoing commitment to improving patient care. WVU Medicine, leading healthcare here and everywhere.
Basketball, they inbounded. It's now King to Cheek. Cheek on the right side, passing it to the left block, and wide open is Bunny. He now has 20 points as he puts that one up and in, making it 59-52. Martinsburg leading Jefferson. 4:40 left here, clock winding down in the fourth quarter. Wallace passing it to Goins. Goins back to Wallace at the left wing. Wallace picking up his dribble. Overhead pass to Gladney at the right wing. His shot no good. He falls down. No call. It's rebounded down low. Now tipped around and stolen by Martinsburg. And Bunny on the opposite end was waiting for it at the top of the key. And he just goes coast to coast. Has another easy wide open layup. He now has 22 points, making it 61-52. And now another Martinsburg steal. King, left side layup is good. And Martinsburg starting to pull away now here with 4 minutes left. They lead 63-52 over Jefferson, and Jefferson will call another timeout, or no, it looks like they call an injury timeout as hobbling off the court is Martinsburg's leading scorer, Kyrie Bunny. So I think Martinsburg will have to use a timeout because of the injury. Don't know if they'll keep it for 30 seconds or immediately just take a substitution or not. We'll keep it here and just give you our fourth quarter sponsors, as our fourth quarter brought to you by Parsons Ford at 1400 Shepherdstown Road, online at parsonsford.com. They became number one by making you number one first. Parsons, as well as the Larry DeMarco team at Century 21 Modern Realty Results. If you're looking for a home in the tri-state area, they have you covered. What a game. 63-52 Martinsburg now in control against Jefferson. They trailed in the first quarter 23-9 at the end of the first. At one point, I believe it was 28-10, 18-point lead for Jefferson. Martinsburg has taken control in a big way now, up by 11 here with 4 minutes left.
Jefferson likes to talk about how they play fast, and for the first quarter, playing fast really favored the Cougars, but then for the last three quarters, the pace picking up has favored the Bulldogs. They've been playing an insanely good defense.
Long inbound, chased down by Roper. Right side layup, no good, rebounded by Martinsburg. Shipley slows it down as he passes to King.
Good idea.
Breaks midcourt with the dribble. Cheek now with the ball at midcourt. Just kind of playing keep away against Jefferson and draining clock. He'll now drive in, Euro step, puts up a shot, no good. Rebounded by Height, his shot no good. Jefferson gets the rebound. It's Roper going back the other way, coast to coast, and he's fouled. He tried to go up for the shot, but was held down, so he'll go to the free throw line to shoot two with 3.5 minutes left here in quarter number 4.
This is a really interesting lineup for Martinsburg to have out here in crunch time. 3.5 minutes left. They have Shipley, Steen, Height, Cheek, and Robinson. If it were me,
only one starter.
If it were me, Owuna's been on the bench for a lot of this fourth quarter. I would want him back out there. He's a guy that I've been really impressed with. He can guard 1 through 5. He's long enough, tall enough to guard inside, and quick enough to guard a guy outside like Gladney.
Roper's first free throw, no good. Second one off the back of the rim, no good as well. Rebounded by Steen, who was the one that picked up the foul. That was his second foul, and they'll pass it to Keyshawn Cheek. Cheek with the basketball now for Martinsburg on the offensive side. Spins around, picks up his dribble, passes it to the right side for Steen, who drives in. Looks behind him, crashing in was Robinson. He passes to Robinson. Robinson puts up the shot, no good. Rebounded by Jefferson. It's now Vickers, NBA range 3, way off, and rebounded by Wallace, but he never got the dribble down after he rebounded it. 3:01 left here in the fourth quarter, and Martinsburg gets the ball.
So Shipley's back in. Now King is back in. I think, those guards have just played so much of the second half that they needed a little bit of a break here at the end to try to get themselves. And you can take advantage of it. You're up by 11 points right now. You can afford to take some of those guys off the floor. I thought Height gave some great minutes, and that's part of the reason you don't need Owuna out there.
Shipley gets the inbound from Steen. He'll pass it back to Steen. Steen breaks midcourt, passes to the right corner for King. He now gives it to Shipley. Shipley looking over to his bench for the play. Still looking over there while he dribbles. Guarded by Gladney. He goes ISO. Left side layup. He drives in. No good. Rebounded by Drake of Jefferson. He now gives it to Shively. Shively tried to get it to Wallace, and it goes over the head of Wallace into the scores table out of bounds with 2:34 left here in the fourth. Martinsburg gets the ball back as they just, right now here since the 4-minute mark, up by 11 at 63-52, have been playing keep away.
The Jefferson really misses Jenkins and Johnson. So much of this ball handling in the press break is happening through guys that you can just tell that they're not used to having to take to handle the ball so much in these situations.
Yep, Jenkins and Johnson, two of the three leading scorers for Jefferson, out tonight due to injury. Is Cheek. Left side layup for Martinsburg is good. That's his first points of the second half as they go with a long inbound for Jefferson, and it's torn out of the hands of Wallace by Shipley. It goes out of bounds with exactly 2 minutes left. Jefferson keeps the ball. They trail 65-52. So right now, all signs looking like Martinsburg will get the win, ending the 4-game win streak of Jefferson in this rivalry, picking up the first win since April 12th, 2021 over the Cougars.
And it'll be the defense that carries them there. It's been fantastic press defense.
Gladney for three from the right wing off the mark, tipped around, and eventually jumping up is Keyshawn Cheek, and he'll bring it down. King over to Cheek now. It's Cheek at midcourt as a pass deflected. He'll just punch it over top of the jumping up Wallace of Jefferson. Does Cheek, and it goes into the bench of Martinsburg out of bounds. Jefferson ball with 1:32 left here in the fourth. Gladney gets the inbound for Jefferson. Breaks midcourt. Dribbling in between his legs. Now drives in the right side. Tries to go up for a layup, but is fouled with 1:22 left here in the fourth quarter as a few Jefferson fans start on the far side of the gym making their way out. We have a foul called against King there. That is his second, team third of the quarter for Martinsburg. Gladney at the free throw line. His first free throw up and good. He now has 14 points tonight, leading the charge for Jefferson. Right now looks like they'll be on the losing end. Second free throw up. That one is good as well. 65-54, Martinsburg leads Jefferson. Steen looking down the court, wide opens the freshman King, and he'll just put it up off the glass and in with a wide open layup. He now has 10 points, making it 67-54. Wallace gets the inbound. At the left side is Wallace. Wallace almost has it stolen as he's double-teamed now. His pass deflected, but finds Vickers at the top of the key. Turnaround three-pointer, no good. Rebounded by Cheek. Cheek gets it to Robinson. Robinson, left side layup, no good, but he's fouled by Wallace, stopping the clock with 50.6 seconds left here in the fourth, as that is Wallace's third foul for Jefferson's third of the quarter. What a game. Martinsburg played from behind for a majority, but took control eventually in that third quarter and has stormed itself into the lead here at 67-54 in the fourth as Robinson makes the free throw to make it 68-54. He now has 3 points on the night, so we wait for a second free throw now. Second free throw by Robinson is up and good, making it 69-54. 15-point lead for Martinsburg against Jefferson. Gladney into the paint, falls down as his dribble got deflected. He was trying to regain possession, which caused him to originally start falling to the floor, but Martinsburg kind of tripped him up and helped him finish the job. So that foul looks like called against King, his third. A long inbound into the backcourt for Wallace. Wallace now dribbles across the Martinsburg logo at midcourt. Goes to the left side, puts up a 2-point shot. It's no good. Rebounded by Robinson, who'll give it to Shipley. Shipley 2v1 with Steen. Bounce passes to Steen. Steen goes up on the right side with a layup. That's his first points of the night. To the applause of the I Heart Steen sign in the student section, Martinsburg now leads 71-54. Goins makes the layup for Jefferson before the end of the game as there's 10 seconds left. That was Roper, not Goins. So Roper has 13 points. It looks like that's going to wrap things up here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse as Keyshawn Cheek dribbles it out. The clock hits 0, and Martinsburg ends Jefferson's 4-game win streak. They win over the Cougars by a final score of 71-56 as Martinsburg gets the win over Jefferson for the first time since April 12th, 2021. We'll keep things here as both teams start the handshake lines down on the floor. We'll try to look down there for Dylan Bishop, who soon will be joined by Dave Rogers, the head coach of Martinsburg, who improves now to 4-1 overall, 1-0 in the conference. Jefferson falls to 9-1, 0-1 in the conference as looks like Dylan trying to track down Coach Rogers. Looks like he might have him here. And Dylan, once you're ready to go, we'll send it down to you.
All right, Coach Rogers, you guys were able to break a 4-game losing streak against Jefferson tonight. You did it in large part due to the full court pressure. How was your team able to affect the offense of the Cougars so much tonight?
Well, you just got to keep that pressure on. I thought we started out the game, we were miserable. I told our kids at halftime, it looked like we didn't even want to play. So, and that's not like us. We're ready to go. I thought we picked up the pace in the second half a little bit, in the second quarter, and then the whole second half. I thought we played hard. Didn't shoot the ball extremely well, but we got a lot of offense from our defense.
And you got a lot of production out of guys that aren't usually your leading scorers tonight, like Anthony Owuna, Kyrie, Bunny. Other guys, you got some great minutes from Garrett Height tonight. What does it mean for you guys to have the production out of some of your role players?
Well, after the last game, one of our focus points was that we wanted to make our bench a little deeper. And those guys that came in tonight are part of that bench that has to go deep. I like to go 10 deep if we can. And if you can keep the pressure with 10 deep on some teams that don't have that many kids deep, then you ought to be able to be okay.
Main takeaway from this one, what do you want to build on off of this win for the rest of the conference play?
I want to do a little better executing on the offensive end. I block off. You got to block off the glass. And that's something that everybody has to do. And that's not a maybe. You got to get it done. So we're going to go back and watch film, and we've got to get ready for Friday night also. So we'll try to correct our mistakes and go from there.
All right, Coach. Thanks for the time. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Back to you, Colin.
Thank you to Dylan Bishop along with Dave Rogers, the head coach of the Martinsburg Bulldogs, as Martinsburg gets the win over Jefferson by a final score of 71-56. What a game this one was. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break, and then on the other side of that break, we'll be back here at the Fieldhouse for the Palace Lounge post-game show. This is West Virginia High School boys basketball on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Life is evolving. Over the past decade, the way we do almost everything has changed. Get on your phone, see something you like, click on it, and it shows up at your door. Why should the way you have your car serviced be any different? Why waste your time going to a dealership service department when Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to you? They service all makes, all models, and offer full parts and labor warranties. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet will come to your door or office and service your vehicle while you're doing what you need to be doing, conducting that business meeting or mowing the lawn. Why take time out of your busy schedule when you don't have to? Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet's friendly, knowledgeable staff will come to you where you live or where you work for full service maintenance, from oil changes to tire rotations, brakes, batteries, multi-point inspections. They handle it all. Hagerstown Ford and Hancock Chevrolet is committed to delivering the best of the best to their customers. Trust them to service your vehicle where you're at home or at work. Skip the time-consuming and terminal wait at the dealership. Schedule your appointment at fordofhagerstown.com or hancockchevy.com.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking? I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
We welcome you back here to the Martinsburg Fieldhouse, as Martinsburg very happy tonight starting EPAC play. They get the win over Jefferson 71-56. So Martinsburg improves to 4-1 overall, 1-0 in the EPAC. Jefferson takes its first loss of the season. They fall to 9-1, 0-1 in the conference. As the post-game show brought to you by the Palace Lounge on Edwin Miller Boulevard, with a full lunch and dinner menu, daily specials, and a clean, comfortable atmosphere. Check out the menu on the Palace Lounge Facebook page. Colin McLaughlin here for Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10. Alongside me is Dylan Bishop. Our cameraman is John Alderton. Back at the studio is Nick Verzolini. And Dylan, where do we even begin for this one? What a game.
Completely different from beginning to the end. Jefferson dominated the first quarter, due in part to they were doing better when the pace picked up. And then as the game wore on, it completely shifted. The pace stayed fast, but the Bulldogs were the ones that were able to take advantage of it. I really do think that this game will be different if they play again and Kylan Johnson and Jamari Jenkins are playing, because it seemed like a big issue that Jefferson had was that the players that were trying to break this press from Martinsburg just weren't really guys that are used to having to do it the way that they were, the way that they had to be the main ball handlers in the backcourt. Jaden Gladney is really the one who seemed most comfortable with the ball in his hand, and even he was turning the ball over a lot. And I think that if Jefferson were fully healthy, they would have been able to handle this press better. Now, would they have handled it 15 or 16 points better? I don't know. I hope that those two players and all the rest of the players on both teams are healthy the next time that they face each other, because I think it would be really interesting. I think that Coach Rogers is right that Martinsburg had needed to execute better on offense, because they got a lot, like he said, they got a lot of offense from their defense, and that's something that you can't rely on that. You can replicate it, but you shouldn't rely on it. Yeah, you shouldn't have to, because it was all very taxing on all those guards out there, Cheek and Shipley and King and Bunny, and even go to the rest of the players. I think that they'll need to do better in the half court. I think there was still a little too much of all of these young guards for Martinsburg. Well, they're not all necessarily young, but Josiah King is a freshman, and I think he kind of played like a freshman tonight for many points. I think that they're still doing too much. They're trying to do a little too much hero ball on their own. I hope tonight's win is a recognition that they can all realize that they have a good team. They have a really good core group all together. They have a lot of good individuals, but the sum of the parts are even greater.
Let's now get into our post-game stats, which are no longer brought to you by Bechtel Jewelers, as they have finally closed their business after retiring. So congratulations to them on retirement. But our post-game stats are now brought to you by Hagerstown Ford, revolutionizing the car buying experience. Go to fordofhagerstown.com, and we'll start with Jefferson. Leading scorer tonight for the Jefferson Cougars was Jaden Gladney. He ended with 15 points. Behind him was Tayshawn Roper with 13 points. Wyatt Shively had 9 points. Quentin Goins had 8 points. It was Demarius Wallace with 5 points. And then Ty Vickers as well as Adonis Troxel with 3 points each. Total up the 56 for Jefferson. For Martinsburg, with the 71 points tonight, here are the scores. Kyrie Bunny finished with 22 points, the leading scorer tonight for the Bulldogs. Anthony Owuna had 12 points. It was Josiah King with 10 points. Keyshawn Cheek had 8 points. Chase Shipley, almost missed him. He had 11 points. And then Matthew Robinson had 4 points. Garrett Height had 2 points. And lastly, Jackson Steen with 2 points as well. 71-56, a 15-point win for Martinsburg over Jefferson, as Martinsburg 4-1, 1-0 in the conference. Jefferson now 9-1, 0-1 in the conference. We'll get into tonight's awards, starting off with the rejection of the game, brought to you by Cody's Auto Body at 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg. Family owned, offering superior customer service and great pricing for a job done by certified, experienced technicians. Call 304-901-4777 or visit their Facebook page.
Man, I think this is one that I'll give to Jefferson. Wyatt Shively got himself a block on Chase Shipley. I thought it was one of the examples I talked about of Martinsburg's guards doing a little too much, trying to take over and playing a little too much of 1-on-5 or 1-on-1 if you want to try to call it ISO ball. And Wyatt Shively got himself a good block there as he stuck in the lane, saw that Shipley wasn't going to give it up on the dish, the kick out, and he made himself a good block.
How about our moment of the game, brought to you by WVU Medicine, Berkeley Medical Center, and Jefferson Medical Center, leading healthcare here and everywhere?
And this is a tough one because it felt like there wasn't one singular moment, but it was a wave of moments as Martinsburg kind of grew the momentum as it went along. But there was the instance of Martinsburg getting the deflection from, I believe it was Owuna, getting the ball out to Cheek, and Kyrie Bunny, on the other end, running the floor and getting himself a layup for one of his, a lot of points. He had, 22 points that he had tonight. And a lot of that was just leak out after, getting a turnover on the pressure. I think there was, 6 or 7 moments very similar to the one that I just described that you could say was the moment of the game. And I think adding all of those up, it was kind of the trend there. But I think just, pick any one of those moments, really, but that's one that stood out to me.
And lastly, our player of the game, brought to you by Orsini's Home Store, not just an appliance store any longer. Visit them at 360 Hack Wilson Way in Martinsburg or online at orsinis.com.
It's really hard to say. I'll give it to Kyrie Bunny. I was going to say it's really tough to single out one individual player. It was a really great team performance by Martinsburg, but I do think that Kyrie Bunny was a big part of that because I think he is one of the players on this team that needs to play really well for Martinsburg to reach their full potential. We know that Cheek is really good. We know that Chase Shipley can put up a lot of points. We know that Anthony Owuna can play good defense and he can get rebounds. And I think I could have just as easily made him the player of the game. And I could have went with Keyshawn Cheek. He only had 8 points, but it feels like he's kind of the glue that ties this team together. He just does everything. And at some point you might say that it can be infectious and rub off on some of these other players. I don't recall Chase Shipley and Kyrie Bunny playing the amount of hard-nosed, tough defense that they were playing tonight, playing that last year when Keyshawn Cheek wasn't here. I don't know. It's just it feels like a whole different mentality on this team than from last year. But I'll say that Kyrie Bunny showcased that the most tonight.
All right, there you go. Kyrie Bunny, tonight's Orsini's Home Store player of the game, as that wraps things up here from Martinsburg High School. We'll be back here for our next basketball coverage. However, it will be girls basketball here at the Martinsburg Fieldhouse Thursday night as they host Spring Mills. The next time we have boys basketball, that will be Friday, another Martinsburg Bulldog basketball game coming off the win here. They get to now take on Friday on the road against the Spring Mills Cardinals, another team that they're trying to end the undefeated season of. So that one should be a lot of fun as well, Dylan.
Yeah, Jefferson was not at full strength tonight. As far as we know, Spring Mills should, pretty much be at full strength. It's not a situation where, the leading scorer might be out, or two of the top three, as long as nothing happens between now and Friday. That will be, if that game is super competitive like this, or Martinsburg gets out at even similar results to tonight, then we start to really ask questions about the hierarchy of the EPAC.
The next time Martinsburg and Jefferson face off, it will be January 26th. That's a Friday, but to wrap things up here for this one, again, final score, Martinsburg 71, Jefferson 56. Martinsburg ends Jefferson's 4-game win streak here in the rivalry between the two schools, as Martinsburg now 4-1 overall, 1-0 in the EPAC. Jefferson 9-1 overall, 0-1 in the EPAC. For Nick Verzolini, who you'll hear from on the other side of this 2-minute break, as well as our cameraman, John Alderton, doing a great job for us as always. Dylan Bishop as well. I'm Colin McLaughlin saying so long. This has been West Virginia High School Boys Basketball on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10.
We're the Skinner Brothers. Most folks only need a lawyer once or twice in their lives. And when they're injured or in an accident, most people don't know what to do. We get it. It can be overwhelming.
Nobody likes to be told, you need a lawyer. But that's why we're here. We want to get you back to your normal life and help you recover.
So if you or a loved one has been in an accident, give us a call. Let us figure out how we can get you compensation.
Reach us at SkinnerWins.com or Google Skinner Lawyers. We'll treat you like family.
I do.
I do. We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
I can't believe you didn't fill up.
That's double my rent. Not my car.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
We got double the Rock's gas rewards, 6 cents off a gallon.
You had one job.
It's between girls.
Save now with double the gas discount. 6 cents off a gallon with Rock's Rewards.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
We welcome you into the Extra Point and One Scoreboard show, as we're not in football season anymore. Basketball final here tonight. Martinsburg beats Jefferson for the first time in 4 games, 71-56. In other EPAC boys basketball scores, Hedgesville gets a win over Washington in dominating fashion, 52-21. Nick Verzolini here with the Extra and One. There I go again. And One Scoreboard show. We'll wrap up some college basketball scores for you, as well as the NBA and NHL. Real quick here, Baylor 18 in the country. They lead Cornell 58-42 at halftime. Illinois leading Northwestern in the first half. Number 9, Illini 22, Northwestern 13. Duke Syracuse on ESPN right now. ESPN 3 actually, 9-9. 11-9. I believe that will move over to ESPN, though, at some point. Pennsylvania taking on Auburn. Auburn leading 24-9. Maryland fell to Purdue. They came back, but didn't make it too close. 67-53 final. The UConn Huskies beat the Pulse at 85-56. Tennessee beats Norfolk 87-50. North Carolina ends up rolling past Pitt in the second half, 70-57. FAU beats ECU 79-64. And 21 Wisconsin beats Iowa 83-72. In the NBA tonight, not a whole lot going on. The 76ers are cruising against the Chicago Bulls 110-90. Memphis leads San Antonio 47-40 at the half. New Orleans leading New Jersey, or Brooklyn, 75-50. And the Celtics and Thunder are tied at 61. Magic Warriors tonight on NBA TV at 10 p.m. That one should be a good one. And then the Hornets and the Kings tonight at 10 p.m. as well. In the NHL, the game everyone cares about in the Eastern Panhandle has gotten close. The Pens have gotten back into it at the end of the second period. It's 4-3 in that ball game. Washington leading Pittsburgh. That will do it here for the And One Scoreboard Show. I'm Nick Verzolini. Have a good night, everyone. Once again, your final score here tonight from West Virginia High School boys basketball. Martinsburg 71, Jefferson 56. Again, we're back on Thursday with girls high school basketball. This is West Virginia High School basketball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube, as well as Talk Radio WRNR.
My kids, you know I want the best for you, don't you? We need to have a conversation.
End-of-life planning is no one's favorite discussion, but the relief of having everything in place when the hour of need arrives is a gift. Give it to your family. Plan ahead with us.
Brown Funeral Homes, a leading provider of cremations, invites you to explore the many flexible options of cremation. From environmental considerations to the benefit of greatly reduced cost, it may be the perfect answer for your family. Online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
You've been listening to West Virginia High School basketball. Today's game has been brought to you by
Parsons Ford of Martinsburg, Rocks, the Dutch Miller Auto Group, the Mirius Group of Financial Advisors, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Brown's Funeral Homes and Cremations, CMA Honda, Craig Blair for State Senate, Orsini's Home Store, the Mansion Peretti Law Firm, the Berkeley County Health Department, Hagerstown Ford, Smallwood and Small Insurance, Modern Realty Results, The Palace Lounge, Cody's Auto Body, WVU Medicine.
For the continued excitement of high school, college, and NBA basketball, keep it tuned to Talk Radio WRNR Martinsburg. All rights reserved.